so long is like alchemy.
We back, y'all. We back. Summer League Game 1, July 2nd. Sacramento Summer League. You taking a look at Bam Adebayo. Late lottery pick, mid-round pick last year for the Miami Heat, and he fits their character profile exactly. He may be the most physical player in the league right now. Now, you know, you got Montrezl Harrell, Boogie Cousins, right? But he is a load, and Pat Riley and the Heat have to be very happy with him. And he's really the only featured guy on there. Derek Johnson Jr., former Phoenix Suns dunk champ, looks like he might make the league. Now, the disappointing thing in this game was no Jacob Evans. Sore big toe, yes. But if you look at this lineup, we're going to play a lot of games, so I'm hoping they're just kind of pacing him. We play a back-to-back. We're going to play again today, but you see Jordan Bell, Damian Jones, and the Arctic KD 10s finally needs to shine. Am I right? Am I right? And you see Kendrick Nunn, the scorer out of Oakland. I was very pleased that Bell decided to play in this, and honestly, I thought McCaw might play. I don't know if it's a health issue or he's not eligible anymore, but you see Jordan with the soft jumper right away, and here's Damian on a back-tap offensive rebound, and it was a lot of plus and minuses that I watched with Damian Jones in this. One of the pluses was he does fight for rebounding position. There's Kendrick Nunn, big-time scorer out of Oakland, Michigan. 6'3", 185 pounds, and here's Bam Bam. Just big boying all the way to the rim, and he meets Damian Jones. Now, Adebayo is just a much nastier, more physical player, but Damian wasn't pushed around. Like, he held his ground, and there were several times where they met each other physically, and Adebayo ended up on the ground. Here's Damian in the high post, rip through triple threat. Kendrick Nunn, and then Jordan Bell, one dribble and go to the rim right there. But you can tell that he's almost working on his shots and his touch rather than trying to finish with the dunk. Damian Jones doesn't look comfortable with his back to the basket, and then this was the big problem with him, the moving screen. If you watch, he sets his feet very wide when he's in a defensive stance as well as a screen, and it clips guys, and he's late coming out. Take a look at it. Watch. He likes to stick that leg out extra long, and that's a clear, easy call. He's got to do it with his hip and not his leg. Now, I'm going to get nitpicky here, but watch Damian kind of play with his curls here at the free throw line. I'm just not a fan of that. We haven't seen a lot of him on the court. And that mannerism here is just, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like a guy worrying about his curls while he's playing in an NBA game, and Bam is bringing it to him. And hell, maybe he was just scratching his head and I'm being too tough. I don't know. You know me, I'm going to read the body language. Here comes full head of steam. And Maggette, the 28-year-old roster filler, eats it chest first. That's a tough charge. And Bam, I think he had like 10 fouls. Remember, you get like 12 fouls in Summer League. And there is Damian Jones's number one attribute, a silky, soft face-up jumper. He's much more comfortable facing up offensively than his back to the basket. Adebayo pushing, and again, they meet physically, and Adebayo hits the ground, Damian swizzling the hips, but they're kind of molding Bam into a Draymond. They want him to rebound and push the ball, at least in Summer League. That's what they're working with. There's more Kendrick Nunn, and what I was impressed with him is he kind of has a nice balance of attacking and passing. Most scorers of his ilk aren't looking to get other guys involved, and there's a quick trigger from Amari Johnson. And what you're going to see throughout the Summer League this year is a lot of tweener guys that can shoot the ball, right? And here's an outlet pass, and he's going to finish it, right? A lot of 6'8" guys who can spread the floor because that's where the league's headed, right? Watch Jordan Bell here trying to get Amaya to do this. Chase down steal. That's a very vulnerable area in youth basketball. And then a great dime, but he wasn't ready. And they get up the shot. But Jordan Bell's playmaking skills were flashed throughout this game. And then here's Nunn with a nice soft lob. And like I said, guys that score like him in college, they're usually, especially in Summer League, they're looking to get up buckets like this kid right here. Jordan Howard out of Central Arkansas, 5'11" guard, has a quick trigger, knocked down a couple threes in this game. Let's take a look at Jordan Bell directing traffic and communicating that backline defender a la Draymond Green. So he's going to tell Maggette, let's ice it. Let's send the ball handler to the baseline and deny the screen. So Maggette's going to jump and cut off the screen, sending the ball handler back to Bell, and then he recovers to Adebayo, all done with the communication from Jordan Bell and executed perfectly. So you got to like his talking and leadership with this young Summer League team. So Bam Bam Adebayo was given this nickname because he flipped over the coffee table when he was 1 year old, a la Fred Flintstone. And he's living up to that, man. Look at him just take this right into the grill. Pat Riley's got to be at half mast watching this kid bulldoze people. And again, he did have like 10 or 11 fouls, but the physicality and confidence of the way this kid's developing, the 14th pick out of Kentucky from a year ago. There he is, drop, step, spin move, bulldozing. But look at the motor, because it's one thing to have that physique, then it's another thing to have the motor and the nastiness. Expect him to be a staple in Miami for a long time. Bell, you see how he whipped that? You see how he cocked that pass back? That's what threw the timing off, but you like him looking backdoor to none, cutting there. And then Damian Jones, one thing I think defensively is he relies on his length a little bit too much. He gaps guys a little too much. He doesn't give himself enough credit for his foot speed. And here he is, Adebayo bringing the ball up in the Draymond roll. Now, he's just a raging bull splitting, but his handle is much better than I thought it would be. And he's much more agile than I thought he would be, just given his physique. And you can see the second and third jump is elite for him. I know this has turned into the Bam Bam special, but hey, the game played out the way it played out. There's the dime to Damian Jones second half. He gets the easy one, but he was really just kind of getting bullied by Adebayo, whose motor is just twofold to Jones's. There's the Heat's Jones Jr. from three, and he fits their profile as well. Long defender, learning to play offense. That's the Miami profile. Here's Kendrick Nunn, and we knew he could do this. The floater with the left hand over the shot blocker, and he was probably the best offensive player for the Warriors in this game. Watch Jordan Bell, left foot, pivot foot. Left foot, pivot foot. I had pointed that out through the regular season. Damian Jones, the Butterfingers, but it appears that he is working on the footwork, and it looked better in this game with the left foot, pivot foot. There's the backdoor bounce pass he was looking for. And it's clear to me at this point that Jordan Bell likes to pass more than he likes to score. And it works out perfectly for the team that he's on, right? And that's a tough foul. Adebayo not letting Damian get the spike. And that's the Miami culture, right? Nothing easy. And he's leading the way with that. And I point that out to show something a little bit later that Damian Jones doesn't quite do. Here's the switch on to Jones Jr. And this is where you have to know your personnel. I talked about him over-gapping players. That time he crowds a non-shooter on the three-point line. Yes, I know he's already hit one, but you have to, it's just KYP, know your personnel. Jones Jr. will always be a slasher at heart. Here's more Kendrick Nunn, the pick and roll, and a nice little find to dump off to Damian Jones. And if someone else doesn't pick up Kendrick Nunn, I foresee him being in Santa Cruz in perhaps a two-way situation. You know, I don't know. He's definitely a Quinn Cook caliber player. Damian Jones, the worst shot in basketball, a foot on the line three, but he knocked it down and it looks smooth, but just know your spacing. It just shows a lack of experience. Watch him find a body there, though. That's one thing I liked about Damian Jones is he goes and he finds a body when a shot goes up, and he's a big boy. Kendrick Nunn, transition three ball, got it. Now you're like, oh, hold on, it's one summer league game. Pump the brakes. Quinn Cook is on the squad. But this kid's a little bigger, right? And it just looks like he has the same similar skill set, but more length. Watch Jordan Bell give the ball up twice and then still ends up getting the floater. And that shot right there is the one that you want to see him have. That little in-between no man's land floater. If he can threaten with that, it's going to open up all the passes he wants. There's the pump fake. Better footwork, but he doesn't finish it with the big boy threatening him at the rim. And again, remember that big foul Adebayo laid on Damian Jones? Bell was aware of that, and then Damian Jones lets him coast down two hands. That would never happen in the Miami Heat culture. Damian Jones allows Derek Jones Jr. to just coast right in and posterize him. Look at him jump out of the way, made the business decision, as they would say, and I just don't like that. I'm not saying hard foul him, but be big. It wasn't like he was beat. He could have standed vertically, but he got out of the way, and that's just some insight into Damian Jones's mentality. Now, the positive thing was he didn't back down from Adebayo, who really was kind of, like I said, bullying him. That's a nice spin move, tough move, but Jones showed that he was irritated and showed some fight, but unfortunately, it kind of just translated into some bad fouls. He's frustrated. Look at Adebayo all over him physically. He comes out another late screen. He had 3 illegal screens in this game, but like I said, I liked that he was frustrated and he showed some fight back at Adebayo. So, and Bam, like I said, he's a legit NBA player. He's not going to look like this against other bigs in this summer league. I think he'll have better performances than he did on this night. And then he roofs this guy. So he didn't back down. He didn't hang his head, but he didn't exactly perform well either. Depending on how long it takes Boogie to get back, Damian's going to need to play for us. And if we don't fill out the roster with another big, and then Jordan Bell, we've seen him do this from the start, right? Great instincts, and he hasn't learned from his mistakes. Goes up with the left hand and doesn't get it. But hey, man, Summer League, and they said Willie Green, who was coaching the Summer League, by the way, encouraged him, got up and clapped his hands, and I'm fine with it, man. This is razzle dazzle. Now there's a time and a place, and if there's a guy there, I think it's dangerous. Like if Bam was pursuing that, you could have really got hurt, right? But you don't want to take away a guy's personality and aggressiveness, and that's just a part of who Jordan Bell is. Jordan Henny Bell tries it, right? And Golden State gets the win in the opener of the California Classic in Sacramento. These games are going to come at us real quick. They play again today, and then on the 5th, and then they'll go to Vegas, and that's where the longer tournament is. So we're definitely, hopefully, going to see Jacob Evans, and the sore toe is just a precautionary thing, and they're pacing him because there's going to be some back-to-backs. Look at that dude's hair. That looks like the pork meat thing at the taco truck. They shred the carnitas. But that's way too much, bro. That beehive. I want to see him in the game. I want to see him move up and down the court with that shit. But anyway, I hope y'all like this first Summer League game. I'm going to focus on the marquee NBA players, so it may not be Warrior players. If we're playing and some of our guys aren't really doing much, I'll focus on the other team's marquee young players, and we'll keep it moving. I'm going to cover all of them, and I may even slip in some other, Marvin Bagley, Trae Young, or the #1 pick, Ayton. I'm out, y'all.